आरम्भं करोतु.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. नमस्ते.
धन्यवादः महोदय, उत्तममस्ति. अस्तु, अद्य अस्माकम् अन्तिमा कक्षा अस्ति. So we will review lakaras one time. Some of you have asked to do that, and after we do the lakaras we will talk a little bit about the exam, and after that, if time permits, if anybody has anything that they would like to review, any particular topic, we can do that. Tasmat purvam kepi prashnaah santi va? Any questions? Any specific questions about any topic? About what we studied?
I have some doubts in Pravesha 2021 July exam question paper. I have.
Astu. Astu. Prathamam vayam लकाराणाम् अध्ययनं कुर्मः, अनन्तरं पश्यामः. अस्तु, हेमन्ति महोदय, लकारा इत्युक्ते किं? लकारः इत्युक्ते what is लकारः?
Like tense, present tense, future tense.
संस्कृते किं भवति? tense इत्युक्ते
yeah, so lat lakara, lot lakara, lut lakara, lang lakara.
tense इत्युक्ते संस्कृते किं? कालः, कालः, भावः.
दश.
यः कालः वा भावः वा दर्शयति सः लकारः. So lat lakara, lut lakara, lot lakara, rut lakara, lang lakara. Harsha Mahoday, lat lakara kada vayam upayogam kurumaha? Lat lakarasya
वर्तमान कालः.
lat lakarah ityukte vartamana kalah. Lot lakarah ityukte
आज्ञा प्रार्थना.
आज्ञा प्रार्थना. lang
भूतकालः.
अनन्तरं चतुर्थं किम् अस्ति?
लृट् लकार, इट्स् भविष्यत् कालः.
भविष्यत् कालः. उत्तमम्. पठ् धातु, श्रीविद्या महोदय, पठ् धातोः लट् लकार रूपाणि कानि?
पठति, पठतः, पठन्ति. पठसि, पठावः, पठामः. Sorry, पठसि, पठथ, पठथः, पठथ, पठामि, पठावः, पठामः.
उत्तमम्, उत्तमम्. So Sumitra Mahoday, when do we use, for what type of word do we use lakaras?
I don't. Parasmaipati. What? Yeah.
Kriya
I didn't
padam.
get the question properly.
Kriya padam va, nama padam va, like that.
Kriya padam. Kriya padam.
Kriya padam. So we learned 3 characteristics of a kriya padam. What are they?
The Parasmaipati.
Evam na. No, not like that. For nama padam, we say it will have vibhakti. What else will it have? What will have?
Kriya padam, it is 3 purushaha. Pradama purushaha, madhyama purushaha, and uttama purushaha. And vachanam, ekavachanam, dvivachanam, and bahuvachanam.
And lakaras.
Lakaras.
Uttama. Bhavani Mahoday. Patati, patataha, patanti. That is what Sri Vidya Mahodaya told us. That is in Prathama Purusha. So what does it indicate? Bhavani Mahoday.
Yeah. Okay. But the Pratama Purusha would be what would it indicate?
Ekam udaharanam chinotu. Take one example, and that's the easy way. Patati. When do you use patati?
Okay. Balakaha patati.
Balakaha patati. Tasya artham kim? Tasya arthaha kaha?
The boy reads.
Or boy is reading.
Reading.
Sasyam. Patati. Anantaram patataha patanti.
Okay. Balakau patataha. So dvivachana. And balakaha patanti. Many boys are reading.
Uttamam. Vijay Meenan Mahodaya. Madhyama Purishe kim bhavati?
Tvam, Yuyam, and so Tvam, Yuam, and Yuyam. So you both and you all.
So Tvam, Sampurnam Vakyam, if you do Pat Dhatu.
Tvam, Tvam Patasi.
Uttama.
Tvam Patasi, you read.
You are reading.
You are reading. Yuvam Patataha. That means you both are reading. And Yuyam Patatha.
Patatha. Many of you are reading.
Reading.
Now, instead of Tvam, if I say Bhavan or Bhavati, what will my sentence become?
Bhavan, though it is representing the, we'll use the Prathama Purusha in that case. Bhavan Patati. We won't say Bhavan Patasi. That we won't say.
Bhavan Patati.
Patati.
And the other 2 vachanas?
Okay, Bhavantaha is, I think, the Bahuvachana. Bhavantaha Patanti.
Bhavan, Bhavantau, Bhavantaha.
Bhavantau. Okay, Bhavantau Patatau. Sorry, Patataha and Bhavantaha Patanti.
Satyam. Bhagya Mahoday. Uttama Purishe kim bhavati?
Uttama Purishe Asmat Shabdam bhavati Mahodaya.
Evam na. I know what you're trying to say. Asmat Shabda is for Nama Padas. I know what you're trying to say. So I think what you're trying to say is Uttama Purusha, we have to use it with Asmat Shabda.
With Asmat. Uttama Purusha Rupam, right?
Asmat Shabdena Upayuchyate.
अस्मत् शब्देभ्यां right शब्देभ्याम्
शब्देभ्यः
शब्देभ्यः उपयुज्यते रामः अहं पठामि आवां पठावः वयं पठामः वर्तमानकालरूपे
I am reading, we two are reading, we are all reading.
we both are reading we are reading.
Uttamam. So once we know the forms in lat lakara, it's easy to derive the rut lakara, bhavishyat kala. Simply add sha, sha, sha to lat lakara forms, you will get the rut lakara forms. Anupama Mahoday, pat rut rupani kani.
महोदय पठिष्यति पठिष्यतः पठिष्यन्ति मध्यम पठिष्यसि पठिष्यथः पठिष्यथ पठिष्यामि पठिष्यावः पठिष्यामः.
Uttamam. Simply add sha, sha, sha to the lat lakara forms, you'll get the root lakara forms. Now let's look at lot lakara. Viraj Mahodaya. Same pat dhatu, lot lakaraha, lot lakare rupani kani.
अस्तु महोदय पठतु पठतां पठन्तु पठ पठतं पठत पठानि पठाव पठाम.
अर्थः कः?
This is आज्ञा or प्रार्थना form. बालकः पठतु.
अर्थः कः? बालकः पठतु इत्युक्ते किम्?
Let the boy read or
May the boy read.
May the boy read. Yeah. प्रार्थना kind of.
और आज्ञा अस्ति चेत् boy read. एवं बालक पठतु.
Then it will be sambodha.
सत्यं. हे बालक पठतु. सत्यं सत्यं. एवमेव बालकौ बालकाः. उत्तमम्. चैत्र महोदय मध्यमपुरुषे किं भवति?
त्वं पठ युवां पठतं यूयं पठत.
पठत. सत्यं. अर्थः कः?
May you read. May the two of you read. May all of you read.
Or you read. आज्ञापि. You to read. यदि त्वं इत्यस्य स्थाने भवान् अस्ति तदा किं भवति?
भवान् पठतु भवन्तौ पठतां भवन्तः पठन्तु.
सत्यम्. अत्रापि एकं पैटर्न् अस्ति. प्रथमपुरुषे द्विवचने बहुवचने किम् अस्ति? पठति पठतु पठतां पठन्तु. मध्यमपुरुषे द्विवचने किं भवति?
पठतं
पठतं. So पठतां पठतं. Like that. If you remember the patterns, it will be easy. उत्तमं. प्रशांत महोदय उत्तमपुरुषे किं भवति?
अहं पठामि अहम् आवां पठाव अहं वयं पठामः.
विसर्ग अस्ति वा नास्ति वा?
विसर्ग नास्ति.
अस्तु. अर्थः कः? अहं पठामि तस्य अर्थः कः?
I may read. Is it?
May I read? May I read?
May I read?
Or
May
let me
both of us
read.
read? Yes, let me read.
Ah.
And then two of us, and then plural.
Bahuvachanam. Many of us, all of us. So may I read? If it's a prarthana, or let me read. Don't disturb me. Let me read. I'm studying. Don't bother me, like that. Now, so just like we did from lat lakara to lut lakara, just by adding sha sha sha, it's easy to do that conversion or transformation. Evameva, the lung lakara forms are somewhat similar to the lot lakara form. So if you know the lot forms, the lung forms are somewhat easy to derive. Bala Mahodaya. पट् धातोः नमस्ते महोदय पट् धातोः लोट् लकार रूपाणि कानि सारी क्षम्यतां लङ् लकार
लङ् लकार अपठत् अपठताम् अपठन् अपठः अपठतम् अपठत् अपठम् अपठाव अपठाम
मध्यमपुरुषे बहुवचने एकवारं पुनः वदतु रूपं किम्
अपठः
बहुवचने
अपठतम् अपठत
अस्तु अस्तु
there is no visarga in the last one. There is
no,
visarga only in the first one.
सत्यं
धन्यवादः
सो तत्र अर्थः कः एकं वाक्यानि रचयतु
त्वम् अपठः युवाम् अपठतम् यूयम् अपठत
अर्थः कः
you read, you both read, you all read.
भूतकाले you had read. सत्यं तत्र पैटर्न किमपि अस्ति वा लोट् लकार रूप मध्ये
पैटर्न अस्ति
वदतु किम् अस्ति पैटर्न
the madhyama purusha and the pratama purusha madhyama purusha, all three are the same, only we add the and we put the visarga in the first one ekvachanam
एकवचने
yeah
प्रथमपुरुषे किं भवति
and pratama purushe the second and the third, that is dvivachanam and bahuvachanam, is the same as lot lakara, we only add the
so what will become what?
Patava becomes a patava, patama becomes a patama, because we only add the and in the case of pratama purusha, in the case of pratama purusha, the second one, that is the dvivachanam, is more or less the same, patatam and apatatam, we only add the whereas when you come to the ekvachanam and bahuvachanam, slight difference, patatu becomes a patat and patantu becomes a patan. And finally, when it comes to uttama purusha ekavachanam, patani becomes a patam.
So tatra pattern nasti.
Yes, no pattern.
Uttama. So just like we studied namapadas and the vibhaktis using patterns, atrapi patterns santi. If you remember the patterns, life will become easy as you proceed to the other levels. Astu. Hemanti Mahoday. All the forms that we studied so far, they are called Parasmaipadi. There are two other forms that we studied. What are they?
Atmanepadi and Ubhaipadi.
Can you give an example of Atmanepadi?
Yeah.
Let's do Lat Lakara. That's the easiest.
Okay, so Vandate, Vandete, Vandante. So Sishyaha, Vandate. So Shishyo, Vandete. Shishyaha, Vandante.
So
And,
is there Ekakshanam. So is there a difference? Artha kaha?
Sishya. Okay. A disciple. A disciple is what?
Does naman?
Okay.
Does namaskara?
Namaskara.
Two
disciple does namaskara, and any disciples does namaskara.
Does namaskaraha. Astu. Sri Vidya Mahoday. That is Lat Lakara. So Rut Lakare kim bhavati? Rut.
Vandishyate, vandishyete, vandishyanti. Vandishyase, vandishyataha, vandishyata.
Vandishyase.
Vandishyase.
Vandishyethe.
Vandishyate.
चिन्ता नास्ति. हर्ष महोदय भवती वदतु.
वन्दिष्यसे, वन्दिष्येथे, वन्दिष्यद्वे. वन्दिष्ये, वन्दिष्यावहे, वन्दिष्यामहे.
उत्तमपुरुषे वन्दिष्ये, वन्दिष्यावहे, वन्दिष्यामहे. अस्तु. Sumitra Mahoday. So Lot Lakara.
Vandatam, Vandetam, Vandantam, and Tvam Vandasva, Yuvam Vande Tham, then UM is Vandadvam, and Aham Vandai, and Avam Vandavahi, Vayam Vandamahi.
Uttama. Vijay Meenan Mahodaya. Lang Lakar.
Avandat, Avandetam, and Avandat.
अत्र एकं विषयमस्ति. अवन्दत् न तत्र हलन्त नास्ति.
Avandattam, Avandant. Danta. Then Madhyama Purush. Avandaswa, is it?
Avandathaha.
Oh, Avandathaha. Avandathaha. Avandatham and
Avandetham.
Avandetam. Okay, Avandetam and Avandvam. Is it Avandvam?
Avandatvam.
Avandatvam. Okay, sir. Uttama Purusha. Avande. Then avande. Vande.
Avandavahi.
Avandavahi. Avandamahi. Avandavahi. Avandamahi. Okay.
Uttamam. Uttamam. चैत्र महोदय, अत्र पैटर्न्स् सन्ति वा?
आं महोदय, so lat lakarah, lut lakarah, madhyama purushe bahuvachanam, it's ending in dve dve, vanda dve and vandishya dve. Then yeah, of course, the lat lakara and rut lakara, they are more or less similar with the shya form. And so we have this uttama purushe lat lakaraha ekavachanam, we have vande, whereas in this lang lakaraha, again the corresponding we have vande. So yeah, and this and again, of course, in dvivachana of dvivachana, it's like, you know, we have pratama purusha and madhyama purusha. If it is vande te, then in madhyama purusha it's going to be vande te. So yeah, so and similarly again we have in this lot lakaraha, we have vande tam, and again in dvivachana, and then corresponding in madhyama purusha we have vande tham. So that ta and tha, so that is something, it's easier to, I mean, I remember like that, so I'm just sharing the same thing. So yeah, and we have this dvam endings in bahuvachana of lot lakaraha and lang lakaraha bahuvachanam.
द्विवचने अपि अस्ति वन्दे थाम् and avande tham.
Avande tham.
अत्र पश्यन्तु, वन्दे ताम् प्रथमा purusha dvivachana lot. The same thing in lang, simply add a, vande tam avande tam. Madhyama purushe api vande tham avande tham. And vandantam avandanta. So add it will, the arm will go away. Vandadhvam avandadhvam. I mean, you don't have to remember it this way, but it helps if you know the pattern so that it's easy to derive if you forget. Uttama.
Bhanu Mahodaya, I have a question. So in this ikshate atmanepadi, so for this lang lakara, it becomes aikshate. So everywhere it's like I instead of e. So because I know it's like and then e, so it's that. So is there a sandhi there, and that's why it is becoming I? Is that the reason?
Satyam, Satyam. So usually in lang lakara the a will come in front, right? So
Upasarga,
one. Tatra upasarga. I don't
like
know if
it pathat and so I thought it's like upasarga and hence
I don't know if in lang lakara it is because of an upasarga. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. But the rest of the reasoning is correct. So usually vandata avandata. So for lang lakara we add a in front. So a ikshata. So a e will normally, because of sandhi, will become I. Aikshate. Satyam. Uttama. That is why if you look at gam dhatu and gacchati agacchati, tatra kim bhavati lang lakare for agacchati.
Agachat.
Agachat.
Agachatam. Agachan. So yeah, there also like a plus a is a. So,
a plus a becomes a. Eva. This will be one of the primary topics in next year, sandhis. It's very fun. It's a very fun topic. Be patient for 2 more months. 1 more month, you'll learn sandhis. Astu. What else did we? Vadatu Mahoday.
I have one question. Piyate, is it Uttama Purusha Ekavachana?
Dhatu kim asti tatra?
I'm just, I was working on one of the question papers. So it says Piyate, and then it has the option Aham Bhavatya Maya. So I'm.
Piyate.
Piyate, is it Atmanepadi Ekavachana? Uttama Purusha Ekavachana?
No. Latlakara eva. Piyate, piyate, piyante.
So then what is the, I mean, I was totally confused there. It says Kirtana, and then options are Palarasam Piyate. So Aham Bhavatya Maya.
Aham Bhavatya Maya.
If it's Bhavati, we could have said.
No, it has Bhavatya. So that's why I got confused. Aham Bhavatya Maya. See, there are that.
Pashyamaha. Do you remember which year question paper? Okay.
This was the question even I wanted to ask.
July 20. Okay.
July 2017. And there is a picture in front. It's a Sopanam going. That picture.
July.
No, this one is, I tell you, it's July
2021.
2017.
No, 21.
Yeah,
July 21.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the paper, Mohde. July 2017. It has.
I'm sure it is in both. Pashyamaha. We'll look at both.
Mahodaya, can I share?
It's okay. Ask, share karot.
Are you able to see?
Drishyate.
This one. Kirtana Bhavatya Kim.
It is a conversation. It is a dialogue.
Yeah, I know. But Bhavatya is what form? That itself is confusing. Is it in Tritiya Vibhakti?
Okay. No. Bhavatya by you. This is Karmani Prayoga. It is not for us. It's for the Tamil medium students. So this will be an optional. No, we don't have to do it. It's optional for us. Bhavatya by you. Bhavatya is what? By you, right? Tritiya Vibhakti. We didn't study. We didn't study Bhavat Shabda. Tritiya Vibhakti. By you, Kim Khadyate is eaten. So normally what we learned is Bhavati Kim Khadati. What are you eating? Parantu atra asti by you what is being eaten. So that is the Karmani Prayoga or passive voice. What are you doing? What is being done by you? Tatra Beda asti kalu. One is you are asking directly, active voice, Kartari Prayoga. By you what is being done or what is being eaten. passive voice, that is Karmani Prayaga. So this entire question is not for us. We can ignore it.
Because there is one last question which says for English medium only. So it is replacing which question?
O, atra O asti khalu tam. It is replacing that.
Acha, only O is being replaced by that.
O is being Satyam. So that is one thing I wanted to talk about in the blueprint also. We will come to that in 1 second. Please bear with me for a couple more minutes. What else have we studied in Lakaras and Kriyapadas? Ubhayapadi. Ubhayapadi. Satyam. So what does Ubhayapadi mean?
Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi dhatu, Kriyapada dhatu.
Dhatoho Parasmaipadi Rupani Santi, Atmanepadi Rupani api Santi. So this is one thing when I was going through the homeworks I observed. So there are some dhatus that will exist only in Parasmaipadi forms. That is the normal thing that we study. Pathati, etc. There are some dhatus that exist only in Atmanepadi. And there are some dhatus that exist in both. So just because we studied Atmanepadi forms doesn't mean that for every Parasmaipadi form there is a corresponding Atmanepadi form. It is not universally true. It is true only if the dhatu is an Ubhayapadi dhatu. Pach, for example, Pachati is there, Pachate is there. So you can say or use either of them. But Vandate asti. We cannot say Vandati. Just because we studied Parasmaipadi form, it ends in Vanda, Ti, Taha, Anti. We cannot say Vandati, Vandataha, Vandanti. Ashuddham asti. Evameva, if you take something Namati, we cannot say Namate. It doesn't work that way. Only if you know that dhatu is in Ubhayapadi, that is when you can use either form. Pachati, Pachate. That is one point I wanted to bring up. Spashtam va? Astu. Anantaram, our Haripriya Mahodaya had created a document, PDF document. Shamitam Ekakshanam. Drishyate va?
Drishyate Madhya.
Atra Pashyantu. So where Ubhayapadi. So there are some dhatus, for example, Ni dhatu, Parasmaipadi Rupya asti, Ubhayapadi Madhya api asti. So she has collected some dhatus that exist in both forms. Atra Pashyantu Lot Lakara Rupani. Nayatu Ni dhatu asti. Parasmaipadi Madhye Nayatu Nayatam Nayantu. Parantu Atmanepadi Madhye Nayatam Nayetam Nayantam. So evameva Latlakara Rupani Santi, Langlakara Rupani Santi, Lutlakara Rupani api Santi. Ekavaram, when you have time, go through this just to see the difference in how the two are structured.
Namaste Mahodaya. May I ask a question?
Namaste Rukmini Mahodaya. Swagatam.
Thank you. So are we expected to know these Ubhayapadi dhatus like by heart?
No. They will not say, given a dhatu, they will not ask you whether it's ubhayapadi va parasmaipadi atmanipadi. No, not at all. Not at all.
And then if that dhatu was given as part of any question, and if we know for sure that is ubhayapadi, we can conjugate them.
You can pick either
in
form.
any way.
You can write either form. Whatever you are comfortable doing. Astu. One more thing when it comes to Bhutakala. We studied apathat, apathatam, apathan, etc. That is using the lakara. What others have we studied that convey the same meaning of a Bhutakala? Anybody?
Gatavan, Gatavati.
And
Tasya
also
nama kim? Gatavan, Gatavati. Tasya nama kim?
Katva pratyaya.
Tva.
Tva pratyaya.
Tavatu. Kshemita. Tavatu. Tasya nama asti tavatu pratyaya. So instead of saying agachat or agachat, gatavan, gatavati. So there we have to remember one thing. Agachat iti asti chet. Balakaha agachat, balika agachat. In both cases, agachat will not change. Parantu gatavan gatavati. Gatavan putra vayam upayogam kurmaha tasya.
Pullinga.
Pullinga. Balakaha gatavan, balika gatavati. Why?
Linga bedam asti ma'am.
Kimartham? Why?
Oh, one is Strilinga Padam, one is Pullinga Padam.
But
No,
why?
Viseshanam. It's a Viseshanam.
It's like a Namapada.
It is a Namapada. Gatavan, Gatavati, they are Namapadas. Even though they indicate a Kriya, they indicate an action, they are Namapadas. And there are many such words that become Namapadas because of Pratyayas. They indicate some Kriya, but they are not Kriya Padas. They are Namapadas. So you will have all 7 vibhaktis for them. They exist in all 3 vachanas, and Linga Bhedam api asti. So that is the main difference. Vijay Menon Mahodaya, you had said something else that indicates Bhutakala. What is it?
Sma, no? You can say.
Vadatu. Ekam udaharanam dadatu.
Balakaha patati sma.
Artha kaha?
So boy was reading.
Was reading. Had been reading.
Had been reading.
No, both are correct. Astu. What else? We had studied one more thing.
Patatisma. For past tense we used.
Patatisma. That is what Vijay Menon Mahodaya just said. We studied one more form.
Is it like Tva Pratyaya, Taman Pratyaya, Mahodaya?
No, we didn't study. Satya. Tva. Vadatu. Ekam udaharanam dadatu. Bhagya Mahodaya. Patitva.
Balakaha pustakam patitva sukridati.
Artha kaha tatra?
After reading the book, boy is playing.
So you finished one action and you are talking about the second action. What is that called?
Tva pratyaya, right?
Tva pratyaya. There patitva, balakaha patitva, you said. If it is balika,
Same thing. Balika pustakam patitva kridate.
So we said pratyaya. So what is that? Is it what kind of word is it? Kriya padam va, nama padam va, kimapi va?
It's namapadam, strilinga namapadam, lakara linga bedahal nasti.
So if it is namapadam, avyayam. It is a namapadam, but balakaha patitva.
Oh, patitva avyayam. Okay, yeah.
Balakaha patitva, balika patitva. The reason it is patitva is the same is it's an avyayam.
Dhanyavada Madhya. Okay. I didn't get that. Sorry.
Astu. No, we are building step by step. So what is an avyayam?
The avyaya, it doesn't change anything. It stays the same.
Anything is very vague. Vayam Samskrita Kakshayam.
Linga beda nasti. Kala beda also.
Kala beda va.
No, sorry, not kala. Vachana.
So this is very important. Namapadas will have vibhakti, vachana, linga. Kriya padas will have kala or bhava, vachana and purusha. So avyayam is also a namapadam, but all the forms in all three lingas, all 7 vibhaktis, and vachana vibhakti lingam, in all 3 aspects it is the same. So just we have Ramaha Ramam, Ramaha Ramau, Ramaha Ramam, Ramau Raman. We have those 21 plus 3 for Sambodhana, right? So if you write a table for any avyayam, it will be the same. All 21 forms will be same. Patitva, patitva, patitva. The Dvitiya vibhakti, patitva, patitva, patitva. Tritiya vibhakti, patitva, patitva, patitva. So that is what we mean by vibhakti vedam nasti. Evameva balakaha patitva, balika patitva. So linga vedam nasti. Vachana vedam api nasti. Balakaha patitva, balakau patitva, balakaha patitva. So we studied one more pratyaya, the last one. Let us finish that subject. Does anybody remember?
Tumun.
Tumun. Twa. Astu. Lyap. What is lyap?
When there is upsarga.
Hemanti Mahode, Uchchehi Vadat.
I'm just trying to think when there is a upsarga.
Satyam.
So like I'm trying to think Gacha.
Gam dhatu. Gam dhatu asti. The boy after going to school studied. Katham vadati. Samskrite katham bhavati.
I'm sorry, what was it? Boy going to school?
Studies,
so,
writes, whatever.
Studies, okay. Balakaha vidyalayam gatva pathati.
Gatva. The boy after coming home eats.
Balakaha, yeah. Okay, so balakaha gruham agatya khadati. So gatva agatya. Dvayoho bhedah kaha. What is the difference between them? In gatva it is gam dhatu. In agatya we have a upasarga in front of the gam dhatu. So the dhatu is the same, but we have an upasarga. So when there is no upasarga, it is tva anta.
gatva, patitva, khaditva, pitva, etc. When there is an upasarga, it is the same meaning, but it will take a lyap form. Agatya, etc.
Mahodaya. But agamya or agatya, I get confused.
Which one is it?
No, I'm asking for the gam dhatu.
I'm asking the class.
Is it,
Toss a coin.
Agatya. Agatya.
So there is a, these things can become it can become a, what should I say, word, like, gamanam. So it will be gamanam or I mean, anyway.
Agamanam only, but that is a lyut pratyaya. That's a different pratyaya that we haven't studied.
So when you do the lyap pratyaya, it is so agatya, not agamya. I don't know where I. Okay, agatya.
Agatya. Astu. Bala Mahodaya, you had said one more pratyaya that we studied. Tumun. Udaharanam dadatu kripaya.
Balakaha patitum vidyalayam gachati.
Artha kaha?
The boy goes to the school to study or to read. The purpose is shown. Hetu karak or whatever.
Hetu vachakaha. Satyam. The purpose is shown there. Anye udaharani dadatu kripaya. 3-4 examples of tumun.
Aham khaditva uparagriham. Sorry. Aham khaditum uparagriham gachami.
To eat, I go someplace. I like to drink water.
Aham pitum jalam swikaromi.
Pitum va?
Patum.
So they all end in tum. That is why it is called tumun pratyaya. Ekam anyah prashna asti. Balakah patitum ichati, you said. Uttamam. Balika asti chet kim bhavati?
Samanam asti.
Samanam asti. Balika api patitum vidyalayam gachati. So what can you infer from that? Linga bheda nasti. Avyayam asti. So tumun pratyaya, tva pratyaya, lyap, they are all avyayas.
Mahodaya, when we say lep, upasarga and lep, we use, there is a question, there are upasarga, we need to write something. So exactly what we should be write. The 22 upasargas are there, Dvamimshati, and then when you try to give an example, does it matter? Can we use lap or, like gachati, agachati, things like that?
Yeah, you can use anything. My suggestion is
upasarga, is it an avyaya or is it just a prefix?
Prefix iti Angla bhashayam vadamaha. So an upasarga is something that you add to a dhatu and it serves different purposes. Sometimes it enhances the meaning. Prakshalayati, chalayati, prakshalayati. Sometimes it gives the opposite meaning. Gachati, agachati. And sometimes it means the same thing, but you use it bhashate, subhashate. like that. They both essentially mean the same thing, like that. So upasargas are added to dhatus for mainly these three purposes.
But upasarga is not an avyaya. It is just like.
It is a form of, so if you take as the upasarga, for example, gacchati, agacchati. So is the question, what is the word there? Is that the question?
Yeah, I know that is upasarga, but do you need to say is upasarga is also avyaya, or we don't need to mention anything?
I think you are mixing two different concepts there.
Okay.
So, gacchati, what is that? Is it an avyaya? What is gacchati?
No, it's a kriyapada.
It's a kriyapada. Lat lakara ekavachana.
Lat lakara vartamana kala. Right.
Now, if you use agacchati, what is agacchati?
That's also kriyapada, but is upasarga.
Stay there. So hold that thought in your mind. Now, same gam dhatu, if we take and apply the tva pratyaya, gatva agatya. Gatva is having gone, agatya having come. Tatra namapadam bhavati. In this case, it happens to be an avyaya. Whereas when you apply it to a lakara, it stays a lakara. So we cannot say just because there is a upasarga, it will suddenly become an avyayam. It depends. It can become an avyayam or it can stay a kriyapadam. So when it changes to a namapadam, and only for certain pratyayas it will be an avyayam. There are several other pratyayas that don't become avyayam. We will study those in the next year. But those are two different concepts entirely. Spashtam va?
No, I got confused. Suddenly, like, when you said agamya, agatya, and I'm like, oh, that is avyaya, and then is upasarga avyaya. That's all.
Got it. Just because there is an upasarga doesn't automatically make it a avyaya padam.
Mahoday, my understanding is like upasargas we add in before the dhatu, and avyayani we add after the dhatu. Like, I mean at the end. Is it correct?
No, that is pratyaya. Pratyaya we add at the end of the word.
Like prefix and suffix, I thought that was the one.
It's a very crude way of saying prefix and suffix. Okay, for a Sasyam level, that is a good enough thing to say. Upasarga is prefix, pratyaya is suffix. Parantu, pratyaya is not just a suffix, it's a transformation also. So I think a better way of thinking of a pratyaya is as a transformation, because it is transforming a dhatu into a namapada. It is changing the nature of that word itself. So it is not just changing the tense, it is changing the entire nature. Whereas it used to have lakaras, now it will have vibhaktis. So a better way of thinking a pratyaya is it's a transformation, but for the current level, we can think of it as a suffix because they usually come at the end. Upasarga comes in the front, prefix, Satyam.
We'll call it transformative suffix.
Evam va. Astu. Aham na janami. I don't know the English grammar technical terms.
I'm just making it up.
Oh, evam va. Astu. Astu. Tadapi vaktum shakyate. Astu. So several of you had questions about the question paper. Let us quickly look at it. I'm looking for the blueprint. Blueprint kutra asti. मम सङ्गणकं दृश्यते वा?
न
कुत्र अस्ति? कुत्र गच्छति? क्षम्यताम्. So the blueprint. So the blueprint they had sent us was mainly for Tamil medium. So we are studying this or taking the exam through Samskrita Bharati Dakshina Tamil Nadu. So their focus is for teaching Sanskritam through Tamil. That is why most answers can be given in Tamil also. So there are some sections, for example, Ru Sandhim Karotu. So we haven't studied Sandhis. So this is for Tamil medium students. So in their textbook or for their syllabus, they have Sandhi topic. So usually what I have seen is they say answer any 5 out of 8. Not all of those choices will be about Sandhi. There will be other things also that we can answer. Of course, if you know Sandhis and if you are able to guess, you are welcome to write it. But that is not for us. Evameva A iti asti vakyam kartari prayoge parivartanam karotu. Passive voice, karmani prayoga, kartari prayoga, we will learn it next year. But again, here there will be a separate question. It will say for English medium or something like that. So the choice will be this. If you know kartari prayoga, karmani prayoga, you're welcome to answer it. Or the choice for us will be something related to vibhaktis, most likely. That is what they indicated to us. So the blueprint doesn't capture that, but that is what it is.
So Ru and A are optional.
Ru madhye, see, I don't know. In the past question papers where they had a question about Sandhis, they had out of 8, only 1 or 2 about Sandhis, and the rest of the choices were about non-Sandhi topics. So that is something we have already studied. So please answer those, unless you already know Sandhis. And A, yeah, this is definitely not for us. This is, we will have a different question. And that is most likely going to be about vibhaktis. Or it could be about something else that we have studied.
Dhanyavada.
Other than this, the other questions are very straightforward. Has everybody had a chance to look at the blueprint? Any questions about it? Very straightforward, no?
Yeah. Mahodaya, I saw there is some questions, sections of the questions are reduced in the new blueprint.
I think
I sent an Excel sheet, showing the.
Satya.
So I also received the WhatsApp message today, like what Ahila Mahodaya said. So I understood, as you have already instructed us, so I will ignore it.
So good point, Mahodaya. That's a very good point that I wanted to bring up also. So if you receive any WhatsApp messages or emails from Samskrita Bharati, please ignore them. The reason is we are taking this exam under a special arrangement with Samskrita Bharati. We are taking this exam as a collective entity. So usually they post the exam for individuals, but we are taking it as an institution. So there are some rules that are different for us. One is that rules PDF that they sent, they don't apply to us. Second thing is, some of you may receive the question paper one day ahead of time through WhatsApp email. that may or may not be our question paper. I'm not saying it won't be our question paper. I'm not saying it will be our question paper. I don't know. When we took the exam, it was different. Some people had got it as WhatsApp, but our actual question paper that our instructor, our teacher had sent us was very different. So if you receive the question paper in WhatsApp or email from anybody not connected to Arsha Seva Kendra, don't open it and don't share it. Keep it, open it after the exam. The only question paper that you should look at will come either from Haripriya Mahodaya, Akila Mahodaya, me, or anybody connected to Arsha Seva Kendra, maybe Jaykumar Mahodaya, whatever. So let us say if you receive it from one of the four of us, that is the only question paper you have to answer. So don't answer the WhatsApp question paper and say I got, I don't know what you're
200 on 100.
Sasyam. They won't give extra sweets if you get 200 on 100.
Mahodaya, if some of us, if we know the sandhis, if you are aware of the sandhis, can we answer that?
You can. Yeah, nothing stopping you from answering. You can. The other thing that I wanted to say based on what I have seen with the 2 or 3 revision tests that we took in the class is, if you encounter a question that you don't know the answer to, don't get stuck up on that. Leave it, move forward. Right? I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. Some of you are doing it like this. Don't. I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. We all do that mistake. It's okay. You lose 2 marks or 5 marks or whatever, or it will come. The answer will come back after half an hour. Leave it. Move forward to the next question. Don't get stuck up and waste your time on one question. It's not worth it.
I'm going back to school.
For many of us, this is the first time we are actually taking an exam after high school, middle school, whatever.
After 35 years, this is what we get stuck in everything what we do.
That is why I'm saying this. It's not that you don't know, it's just a reminder.
So yeah, I had this question. So are we supposed to answer the questions in that particular order as it's given in the paper? Because as you mentioned, in case we get stuck, do we leave some space for that answer and then do, or just write the question number and go ahead and then write that particular answer towards the end? Are we allowed to do that?
You can. It's better if you leave some space and answer the questions in the same order. That way it will be easy for the person who's grading your paper. See, when you're grading 30, 40, 100 papers, your mind becomes attuned to a pattern. When it becomes out of pattern, then they may mark it wrong, or they may get irritated, whatever. Whoever is grading is also a human being. And then so the modality is around 6:30 p.m. IST on the exam day, January 30th. I'm talking all times and dates according to IST. So on January 30th, around 6:30 p.m., one of us will send the question paper through our Sasyam group, regular normal Sasyam group email that you normally receive all the answer sheets and question papers and all that for our homeworks. The same way you will receive the question paper, download it, open it only to see that you can open it, but please don't read it. So make sure that you can open it. And I will be on signal and I will open the Zoom around 6:30, 6:40, something like that. So that if you have any technical difficulties, let me know and I will send you the question paper through Signal or personal email or a different email, whatever. So the point is between 6:30 and 7, let's fix any of these challenges that we each may be facing. The idea is by 7 o'clock, we should all have the question paper ready in front of us. The other thing is, should you answer on the question paper or in a separate book or an A4 sheet and all that? It's up to you. There is no hard and fast rule. If you have access to a printer, take a printout, answer it on the answer sheet. If you don't have access to a printer, it's not a big deal. You are not expected to have a printer. Put the question paper in front of you on your phone, iPad, computer, whatever, and answer it on any clean sheet of paper, whether it's a plain white paper, in your notebook, wherever. I usually do it in my homework book itself, the normal book that I use for taking notes and doing my homework. Same thing, I continue. So start at 7, take 3 hours. If you get stuck, leave some space, move on to the next question, and then come back. And at 10 p.m. sharp, stop. At 10 p.m., take a picture, scan it, and upload it to Google Classroom. I will send the link to the Google Classroom where you have to upload it. So just like we do it for normal homeworks, upload it to Google Classroom. But you'll have that full 3 hours to only answer your questions. You're not expected to finish your submission by 10 p.m. So you'll have full 3 hours to answer all the questions. So you can start uploading after 10 p.m.
Ekam prashna.
Pruchyat.
Can we keep a scrap paper with us? Because if we have to write like 5 sentence, 10 sentence about like Bharat, so we can write on the scrap paper, and so
and then make a fair copy.
Yes,
you can do that. You can do that. The only thing that we are not allowed to do is keep a textbook or any help or reference material. But if you want to use scratch paper, yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Chaitra Mahadev, prashna asti va?
Yeah, could we know what all details we have to write in before attempting, like our name, then yeah, the Kendram and all that, if we could have those details.
Kendra is Rajyapalam. I will send the detail. Don't worry about it. And each of you has a registration number. Each of us has a registration number that will carry all through all 4 years, or actually as long as you study any course with Samskrita Bharati, it will be the same registration number. I think I had sent it to all of you. I will send it again. So just remember that, or keep it in front of you. So on the answer sheet, whether it is a printed copy or in your notebook or white paper, wherever you are doing your exam, write your name, the registration number, the Rajapalam Kendra's name, and then begin your answers. The other thing is, unless it says write in Sanskritam, you are welcome to write in Sanskritam, English, or Tamil. You're not. So somebody had asked, should the annotations be in Sanskritam only? No. If you know and can write in Sanskritam, you are welcome to. But you can write in English or Tamil.
Mahodaya?
Pruchyat Mahodaya.
Can it be in other Indian languages?
Normally it could, but I don't know if if that center will have people who can understand in a language that you write. So grading may become a challenge.
I see. Yeah. Okay. And what is Rajyapala?
It's the name of the town that has the Sanskrit.
Rajapalayam.
Rajapalayam.
Rajapalayam. Yeah.
Rajapalayam.
Yeah.
Also an address. Okay, it is a place in
Tamil Nadu.
It's a place in Tamil Nadu.
Okay, got it. Dhanyavada.
In Telugu, words end in Palam. So in my mind, I read it as Rajapalam. Palayam. So what does it mean?
Rajas,
right?
The place of the Rajas.
Yeah. Like everybody in that town they are called Raja. Their name ends with a Raja.
I see.
There are very big industrialists also.
Interestingly, they are Telugu speaking.
RAJH.
Not related to Chola Rajas or Pandavas or Pallavas.
They are Telugu speaking Rajas.
Okay.
Rajuski.
Evam va. Astu. Astu. Any other questions about the exam or anybody wants to give? So Lakshmi Mahodaya, you have taken the exam before. Any advice or guidance for us?
Nothing more. First of all the best to everybody. There's nothing to panic. There's nothing to panic. And like Bhanumodia said, you should really, try your level best to fail. No way you can do that.
Satya.
I'm sure all of you will get above 90 and the paper will be very easy.
Agreed.
And
Our
if you get
homework.
less than 90, you will add the numbers.
No, because I just wanted to share something. Actually, I had taken one more exam from Sringeri Surabharati exam, Sura Saraswati exam, sorry. And there it was an online exam, Mahodaya. And they had given one mock test. And, I mean, I'm not very computer savvy or anything like that. My daughter kept telling me, Amma, have a try once before you go for the main exam. Actually, they had given 2 mock tests, but the first one I didn't take. Second one I took. Luckily, I took it because by mistake, I pressed the wrong button. I got locked out. And the question paper wouldn't come again at all.
Luckily for us, we won't have such
luckily
issues.
You don't
it's
have
just
such
a regular
issues.
question paper. But that brings up a good point. If you still haven't had the time to do it, attempt at least one old question paper. It will give you, do it in real life conditions. Try to keep 3 hours aside and do it in real time. At whatever time is convenient.
Yeah, it'll be just a check. If you solve one question paper, you will understand the pattern and the timing also.
Satya. Yeah, it will give you a sense for where you're slowing down or where you need to be careful. And one more thing, just because it is 3 hours and you finish it in 2 hours 30 minutes or 2 hours 45 minutes, don't be in a hurry to go. If you have time, please revise your answers. We make mistakes. Even if you are perfect human beings, we still make mistakes. So go back and review your answers. That is what I observed from the revision tests. After that, you said, oh, I made a typo. I wrote this instead of that. I should have realized this. I should have realized that.
Sometimes we forget the main, the right word also. So when we revise, it comes back again.
It will come back. And as Lakshmi Mahodaya said, our homeworks and the revision tests were tougher on purpose so that the final exam will be easier. You'll all get 90 plus for sure. If not, Bala Mahodaya will add marks from his paper.
Dhanyavadaha.
Well, one thing I observed is that, when you review the question papers, it looks as it's easier to answer. As you said that compared to the homeworks, it is much simpler because you have choices, you have options. It's not the repeated thing. So that's what I observed. Second thing is that as one of the Suktis says, Nyata Saro, like Nyada Saro Api, that whatever, however learned you are at the time of, so you get doubts. So the same way it happens, like when you start looking at the question paper, of course what Lakshmi Mahodaya has said is right. Once we practice, we will be able to get out of this that fear or that anxiety.
Correct. For
anxiety mainly, not fear also. It's just we are anxious.
Right. Because we are studying and writing an exam after many years. That anxiety will be there.
It's easier to tell our children.
But look at the look at the big picture. So this is not the end of it. We will all be studying Lata next year and Siksha, and then whatever course we will keep going ahead. Our goal is different. Our goal is either studying Vedanta or studying yoga or Ayurveda or Ganita, Shastra, whatever in Samskrita. So the main lakshyam for us is to understand the concepts of the language. So these exams come and go. They are not the end of life.
It's mainly the Anvaya Rachana which we are supposed to understand.
It will come. It will come.
Over a period of time. That should be our goal. Nothing beyond.
Let's restrict this conversation to this. So any questions, comments about the exam?
We have only
Mahodaya, I
maximum
have a comment.
Vadatu Bhagya Mahodaya.
I made a mistake. I took 3 papers and very silly mistake, like Sanyukta Akshara and Gunita Akshara adding. I thought, oh my God, the basic I had forgotten. So I went back and then reviewed it, but very simple, Mahodaya, especially that Repa and then Ksha. I made very silly mistake.
So that's a good point. That's a good point. So I think in the blueprint, I saw one question related to that. So please revise this Samyukta Aksharas and all of that, how to add different Aksharas. So unless there is a swara after a Vyanjana, you cannot make it a full Akshara. It will be half only. Twa, if they give k, t, v, a, it is not katava, it is thwa, because k, there is no a after k. So just pay attention to simple things like that.
And then also I noticed whatever we have it in the Abhyasa questions, they have that one more there. So I thought, wow, usually we don't do Abhyasa unless, but I saw it, I said, oh my God, so easy. If you do the Abhyasam in the book, you will remember.
Everything for the exam will come from the book only, nothing outside of the book.
Even when to use the Halanta and the Anunasika.
Right.
Yes.
Vijay Sundara Mahodaya, you had something you wanted to share?
Yeah, the question paper you said maximum marks. What is the minimum marks?
As many
90.
people have, correct, 90.
Minimum is 99, maximum is 100.
Wow.
As many people have said it repeatedly, it is a truth. You have to try really hard to fail.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I think, yes. I think I remember in one of the tutorials, I think it's Meera Mahodaya has said that to Vijay Menon that, it is hard to fail.
It's hard to fail, just
right?
Like, unless you close your eyes and start writing with left hand and do something like that, you will not fail.
Mahodaya, I'm a left-hander, so I have to write.
Kshamyata. In your case, if you write with your right hand.
I have a question also, Mahodaya.
Vadatu Mahodaya.
It's related to a Kriya Padam. So if the sentence is, mother gives a bath to the baby or mother bathes the baby. So etat vakyam samskrute katam vadamah?
Bhavati eva vadatu.
So giving a bath. See, I mean, the mother carries the baby, it is nayati, or so I was just wondering, because janani shishum, so till there, so should be shishum is so I got confused there. Basically, is there a verb for bathes? I tried to search, I couldn't find.
Snati. Snati.
Janani shishum snati.
Satyam, but there is the easy way out, right? Karoti. Shishoho snanam karoti. Shishu's snanam, she does.
Shishu means it.
Shishoho, Shashti ekavachanam.
Oh, astu.
Of the baby. The mother does the bathing of the baby.
Shishoho snanam karoti.
So if you don't know the word, if you cannot recall it, convert it into karoti. That's the easiest way. Bhojanam karoti, khadanam karoti, like that.
Astu Mahodaya. Dhanyawad.
Mahodaya, I have one more question.
Pruchhatu Mahodaya.
I saw in one of the question papers, Saha Patati. No, Bhavan, and then in the bracket they have Bhavat Patati, Patatu, and Patasi. So I thought I should pick Bhavan. So I can use Patati or Patatu, right?
But there it's most likely Patatu is expected. But definitely not Patasi.
Patasi, no. But I was like, we use both, right? Bhavan Patatu, Bhavan Patati. So which one is right?
Patatu,
I do not know which one.
It depends on the context. If you want to say Bhavan is reading Patati, may Bhavan read Agnya Prarthana, then Patatu.
But how do we know that there was nothing there? Because I saw in one of the questions.
Usually, that is why that is the first example we learned when we studied Lot Lakara. Usually when Bhavan or Bhavati is given, it's used for Agnya Prarthana. So Patatu, Likhatu.
Okay. Dhanyawad.
In the book, though, in the book it is given, you have to, when you use the word Bhavan or Bhavati, you should use the Pratama Purusha. I mean, they made a specific note. I mean, I see the point you're making, but in the book they have given that. So I'm wondering whether they were expecting you to know that specific statement and then abide by it. I don't know, but both are correct as you say.
Both are Prathama Purusha, the Lakara is different.
Yeah, Lakara is different, yeah.
Sri Vidya Mahodaya, Prashna asti va?
Mahodaya, I have one question from July 2019 question paper. I have this part 2.
You have it ready to share?
I don't have it in
no problem. I'll open it. July 2019.
Samskrita Bharati, Uttara Tamil Nadu. So the 2 separate question papers are coming. So
Somebody other than Sri Vidya Mahodaya, there is background noise. Please mute yourself. Who's talking?
I think it's coming from Sri Vidya Ji.
Oh, Evampa.
Devanti Mahodaya is also unmuted.
No.
Sangadaka. No.
Part 2.
Ekakshana. July 2019. July 2019 अत्र अस्ति. अत्र किं?
Part 2 E.
E.
Not this, Mahodaya. Part 2.
This is part 2 only. Oh, this is part 3. Kshamyata.
The 6th question.
Kasya
Tiryachopi Sahayatam
Yanti.
From where is this, Mahodaya? I don't know.
This is from the, where they talk about the Ramayanam. In that there is one sloka that whoever takes the virtuous path, that one. 1 minute. It comes under 5th lesson or 4th or 5th lesson. should be in 4th lesson. I'm sorry. Yeah, 4th lesson in English book. It is 75 page.
Page number 75.
Yeah. There is a sloka under the Ramayana session. So it is there. Yanti, Nyaya. That one you have to write. Nyaya.
Okay. So
if you haven't studied it at that detailed level, don't worry. Out of 10 questions, there are other choices, and those seem to be easy.
That 1 mark, Banu Mahoday is always there. Or Bala will give it.
But what is this, Mahodaya? But I wanted to write each and every answer so that I get
so tatra kim asti pustake kim asti. I understand what is in the book.
No, now only Sumitra Mahodaya is telling that I could.
No, I think in the English the meaning, the answer should be
Yanti,
even the monkeys and bears rendered the help. Sorry.
Sri Rama is the answer. Kasya.
Mahodaya, it is Samskrita Vangmaya Parichayaha. And in that, there's a shloka.
Yep.
Yanti Nyaya Pravrittasya Tiryanjopi Sahayatam Upantham tu Gachantam Sodaropi Vimurchanti.
So
Nyaya Pravrittasya.
Satya. Nyaya Pravrittasya.
So it should be Ramaha.
No. See, answer in one word. So Nyaya Pravrittasya. That's the answer.
Mahodaya, here the explanation is, to him who proceeds along the righteous path, even the animals give a helping hand. Even a brother desert a person who takes to an unworthy path. So Nyaya is the answer. That's all. So here again it says Sri Rama proceeded along the righteous path. To him even monkeys and bears rendered help. Even the brother Vibhishana left Ravana, who took to the wrong path.
Okay.
So it's Nyaya is the answer. That's all.
No, not
Nyaya. I haven't read fully.
Nyaya Pravrittasya. Because the question is in Kasya. So you have to say Nyaya Pravrittasya.
Nyaya Pravrittasya is the answer, Mahodaya.
One word. Vijay Sundara Mahodaya, vadatu.
Yeah, I said, I mean, I wanted to say the same thing, like, even the animals help.
You don't have to write the whole thing. It's a one-word answer. So, Nyaya Pravrittasya. That's all.
This has been in Sanskrit?
How will you write it in English? You don't have to do the translation. Nyaya Pravrittasya.
Oh, okay.
Mahodaya, what is Tiryanjo?
Tiryachaha api. Tiryachaha is something whose vertebrate is horizontal. Humans have a vertebrae that is straight, spinal cord that is straight. So anybody that is not a human, they are called Tiryak, whose spinal cord is horizontal.
Tiryak, I see.
So they say if you don't do punya karmas in the next birth, you will be born as a Tiryak, as a horizontal, as an animal whose spine is horizontal. That is what they say.
Thank you, Sumitra Mahodaya. She's pointed out where it is.
So at this point, my sincere suggestion is, at this point, if you haven't studied to that level of detail, it's okay. It's okay. There are other choices for that question. There I wanted to show one thing. Atra etat kim bhavati, etat kim bhavati. Sha, there sha will be half only, right?
Half.
Not full. Half. Etat kim bhavati? Ta.
Half ka and ta.
Half ka and ta. Satya. एवमेव अभ्यासं कुर्वन्तु समयस्य अपि अभ्यासं कुर्वन्तु. These are all easy things that you can score. एतत् समयः कः?
पादोन
एकवादनम्.
This is also an easy scoring mark. अद्य भानुवासरः सोमवारः.
कालवासरः.
Like that.
कालवासरः.
अश्वः धावति के धावन्ति?
अश्वाः धावन्ति.
एवमेव. Any two Upanishads, everybody, I think all of you will know that.
So this also English we have to write, or is it Sanskrit?
Samskrite apekshate. I think they expect it in Samskrita. Okay. It's anyway a name, right? So you can write it in Devanagari.
But it is easy to write in Sanskrit than in English.
Satyam.
You will not know how to write in English because you have to put on the notation.
Dot and all these things.
Right.
Like Vishnu, we are generally speaking V-I-S-H and U. But in Sanskrit book, H is not there.
Right.
So
and we know Panchama Vedaha Kimasti.
Mahabharata.
Uttara Ramacharitra.
Bhavabhuti.
Kati Puranani Santi.
Ashtadasha.
Atra Pashyantu. Upasarga. Lyap pratyaya. Anusarati anusrutya. Prakshalayati.
Prakshalya.
No. Srividya Mahodaya atra pashyatu. They have given a lakara. They converted it into lyap. So your answer should also be lyap. Prakshalya. Yadi pra nasti chet, kshalayati eva asti chet.
Then will be twa, no?
Twa, kshalayitva. Astu, अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा? Or any other feedback, comments, anything to help your fellow classmates?
Only that we will miss you from next week.
I know.
Yes.
Utkantaha asti.
No, we want Banu Mahodaya to have a journey with us in the next session.
Yes.
Lata class.
Yes.
अहं न जानामि कः पाठयति इति कोऽपि देर् आर्
भवानेव पाठयन्तु महोदय
मम हस्ते किमपि नास्ति जयकुमार महोदयः निश्चयं करोति परन्तु अन्ये शिक्षकाः ये सन्ति ते मम अपेक्षया तेषाम् अनुभवः अधिकम् अस्ति they are better teachers than me, they have more experience than me, so I think it will be a good experience to learn from more experienced people. One thing, couple of things I want to say as closing comments. One, I hope all of you study, continue these studies for however long you can, at least minimum finish these 4 years. Pravesha, Parichaya, Siksha and Kovida. In the second level, starting in the next level, you will study how to read and understand shlokas. So any topic or whatever the reason for you to study Sanskritam may be, whether it is to do Ganita Shastram or yoga or Ayurveda or whatever, all of the books and every material is in the form of shlokas. So next year we will start understanding how to analyze the meaning of a shloka. So given any shloka, we need to learn. So it is very different from reading a sentence, right? Even in Sanskritam, a sentence is easy to read compared to a shloka or a subhashita, because there the word order will be different, there will be a lot of sandhis, etc. So that is an important topic that you will study next year. So whatever, my suggestion is, please continue your studies, whether it is through Arsha Seva Kendram or anywhere. Please continue your Sanskritam studies. It will help you throughout your life. The other thing is, Samskrite vaktum prayatnam kurvantu krupaya. It is one thing to study through English medium. We studied it in this level because it is a stepping stone. But starting from next level, if you start speaking, your understanding will become better. Because when we speak, we have to have everything on the tip of our tongue, whatever language, right? When we are writing, we'll have a lot of time to think and write. So we may be able to write, we may be able to read and understand at our own pace, but when you speak, it has to be in real time. That means you have to have the concepts on the tip of your tongue. And so the knowledge of Sanskritam grows, or any language, grows only through speaking. So we tried it this year, but from next year, if Sandeep Mahodaya is teaching, he'll say, I don't know English. I only know Sanskritam. So you have to speak only in Sanskritam. But it's for your own benefit to start speaking in Sanskritam.
Mahodaya.
Harsha Mahodaya, Chaitra Mahodaya, Hari Prasad Mahodaya. Let's do that order.
Okay. What I'm experiencing when I'm studying all these things like Sukti, Subhashitam, if you try to put that Subhashitam or Sukti in your life, and if you watching, they are teaching you so many things. And it whenever you get confused, it leads your path. That's what I'm experiencing.
Uttamam. So after the exam, there is a series of video lectures on YouTube from Padma Kumar Mahodaya from Samskrita Bharati. That is on Bhagavad Gita. So he teaches Sanskritam through Bhagavad Gita, and he teaches Bhagavad Gita through Sanskritam. It is an excellent way of learning Sanskritam. And as you said, for our day-to-day life, how we should conduct ourselves, he gives many realistic examples that we can relate to on a day-to-day level. If you have time, please follow that.
Please repeat his name.
Padma Kumar.
Padma Kumar only. Okay.
I will send the link on Signal after the class.
Okay. Thank you.
That's a good observation. Chaitra Mahodaya, Krupaya.
Mahodaya, Gata Kakshayam aham ekam prashnam aprucham. Mahyam pathanam rochate iti vaktum shakyate va. Just a gentle reminder.
Sasyam. Tatra pathanam iti napumsakalinga ekavachana padam asti. Prathama vibhaktau. So prathama vibhaktau asti chet kim bhavati? Karta bhavati. So rochate goes with pathanam. Pathanam rochate. Mahyam is secondary, but that became a focus because we were studying the Rochate and Mahyam relationship. But if you keep Mahyam aside for a second, Pathanam Rochate, Khadanam Rochate, te sarve lyut pratyaya iti ekaha anyaha pratyayaha asti. Sadharanataya te sarve napumsakalinge bhavanti. not always sadharanataya. Te napumsakalinge bhavati. Pathanam, likhanam, lekhanam, khadanam, ityadi. Prathama vibhakti ekavachana rupani santi. Ataha te karta iti bhavanti. Therefore, they go with the kriya pada. So you could have said pathanam mahyam rochate. That is, if you reconstruct the sentence that way, it is easy to understand. Pathanam mahyam rochate, pathanam balakaya rochate, balikayai rochate ityadi. If you do it that way, it will be easy.
धन्यवादः महोदय.
स्पष्टं वा?
आं महोदय, आम्.
हरप्रसाद महोदय, प्रश्नः अस्ति वा? Oh, he is not here. वदतु.
आं महोदय, एकः प्रश्नः एकादशपाठः. In the first shloka they give, it reads like this: Kshudropi Nunam Sharanam Prapanne Mama Tvam Uchai Shisha
Shirama
Tiva. Krupya Pada Chedam Karotu.
Chudraha api. I don't remember the shloka entirely. It is from Kumara Sambhavam. It is a Kalidasa Mahakavyam asti Kalidasasya. It is from Kumara Sambhavam. It is describing the qualities of Himalaya. Himalaya is the father of who is the father of who is he the father of?
Parvati.
Sati. Parvati tu agrima janme asti. Purva janme Sati asti. Satyaha pita asti Himalaya. So in the first 8 or 9 shlokas, Kalidasa talks about the qualities of Himalaya there. The Parvata, I mean, we call it Parvata, there it's the Pumlinga form. So Sati's father, Himalaya. So in that shloka, it says, Himalaya is such that in the caves, the darkness hides from the sunlight. And so a great person is like that, in whom Kshudraha, even the lowest of human beings, can take refuge. Iti tasya arthaha.
Yeah. Okay, you don't remember this. I mean, you cannot do the Padacheda because you don't remember this sloka.
We can do, but kartum shakyate. Kim?
Samyakta Mahodaya, can Srividya Mahodaya mute her thing? It's so difficult.
Astu.
May I try?
Yeah.
Chudraha api, no, Chudre api nunam sharanam prapanne mamatvam uchaihi shirasam ativa. Chudrepi nunam charanam prapanne mamatvam uchaihi shirasam ativa.
Kshudraha api tatra.
Chudraha api, okay. Chudraha api.
Kshudraha api, Kshudraha ityukte nicha manushaha iti.
See, okay. See, there is a, I forget what, the Avagraha Chinna there.
Avagraha asti. Avagraha is just, it just means it used to be an akara at some point. But it is gone now, and so we don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so that's that's why I thought maybe it was Shudre api, but obviously.
So when you see an avagraha, you can ignore it and pronounce the rest of the sentence as it is. The rest of the word as it is.
Mahodaya, it is Shudre and Prapanne. I thought maybe that was the Sati Saptami component. No?
Okay, let us stick to the.
Oh, okay. No. I mean, so because there is a Prapanne too, that's why I was thinking maybe.
What is Prapanne? Anybody?
Who takes refuge in them, who comes to him. It's like the word from like the Prapanne, who comes to him seeking protection.
Right.
Oh, okay.
In protection. So in the protection of the lowly people, the great people don't discriminate, like that. You can give the meaning. I'm trying to look for the shloka. I don't have it in front of me.
Okay.
But atra tatra artha diyate va na va? Is the meaning given there?
Artha is here, but I was having hard time connecting the artha to particular words.
Which page?
Page number
195.
195, the first sloka.
That's the Sukti, Mahodaya.
I don't care what it is, I just want to know the meaning.
Okay. Kshudropi nunam sharanam prapanne mamatva munchai shishuras samativa. Men of lofty ideals take into their fold even the lowly ones that surrender to them.
I can read that. That's not my question.
Let me just.
So I think you are trying to do padacheda and all that, which is not, which has not been taught.
No, I want to understand it, Mahodaya. That's all.
I understand. So I will send you a link. Atra pashyatu sampurnam. Sampurnam shlok.
ನಾನು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ.
ಇಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ನಂಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಯಾವ ಪದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ.
I'm telling you. So I will send you this link. It has the pratipadartha, it has the padavichhedaha. You can go through that. I will send you the link.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
So that will be really good. Yeah.
अन्ये प्रश्नाः सन्ति वा? अस्माकं परीक्षार्थं for our exam based on whatever we have studied. Astu. No chet, all the best for the exam. I'm sure all of you will do well.
धन्यवादः.
Mahodaya.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.